Students, in the last video we have discussed with the step by step process of risk management. In this video we'll move further, that is general ways of managing the risk, that is how the risk been identified, right? In the process of risk management we have known that. So like that, if those risks will be arises, then how those will be get mitigated by the investor, we will see now. Risk management has always been an important tool in running in any business, particularly when a market experiences a downturn. Okay, means here the risk is loss, right? So if loss arises, then how it will be mitigated? Okay, in any economic environment, an unexpected surprise can destroy your business in one fell swoop if you didn't have the right risk management strategies in place to prevent or at least mitigate the damage from that particular risk, right? So where actually the risk been arised and how it can be triggered out, those things you need to know as an investor. That is the risk management strategies you need to make. That is risk management strategies means what we have discussed in the process, that is whether risk retention or risk avoidance or risk mitigation, you need to know. Okay, external risks are out of your control, that is whatever the kind of a external control, we can't control those kind of a risks, but internally we can make certain strategies in order to get overcome from the risk. Okay, that is why external risks we are not able to control, but internally we can control. Okay, these includes but are not limited to interest rates, exchange rates, politics and weather. Okay, internal risks are in your control and include information breaches, non-compliance, lack of insurance, growing too fast and many more. Okay, the following are some of the areas that business owners can focus on to help manage the risks that arise from running a business. Certain areas are there, that is first is prioritize, that is which kind of risk if we take, then how much kind of a profit we may expect. Okay, that is the first step in creating a risk management plan should always be to prioritize risk and threats. You can do so by using a somewhat universal scale based on each risk likelihood of happening. Okay, very likely to occur, some chances of occurrence, small chances of occurrence, very little chances of occurrence, like that you need to prioritize. Okay, that is risk is very likely to occur ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ಯೂಚರನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಕೆಟಗರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನು, ಸಮ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ದೆರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೈಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಲೈಟ್ಲಿ ದ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಮೇ ಅಕ್ಕರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್. Okay, and next is very little chances of occurrence, that is the investor need to select the option contracts or the futures if in very little chances of occurrence or very likely some chances of occurrence, then the profit will be more for them. Okay, of course a risk that falls into the top category should take priority over the others and a plan to prevent or at least mitigate. These risks should be put into place. However, there is a catch. If a risk falls into a lower rank, it presents the potential for more financial damage, then it should take the priority. Okay, that is you need to prioritize on based on these very likely to occur, some chances of occurrence, small chance of occurrence, very little chance of occurrence. Okay, and next is buy insurance. Okay, whatever the kind of an investment it may be, there will be indirect way of to get with the insurance. you need to trigger out it. Okay. That is assess liabilities and legal regulations to determine what types of insurance will be required for your business. This might be include life insurance, disability insurance, professional insurance, completed operations insurance. Buying insurance allows you to transfer your risk to insurance companies for a small cost, especially when compared to the potential cost of uncovered risk. Okay. If I am going to buy any option contract, okay, at that situation, if I am have the insurance, then I can take out the risk completely. Okay. That is I can shift that particular risk to insurance company. Okay. Instead of taking on myself, I can shift into the insurance companies. Okay. This is the second one. And next is limited liability. If you are a sole proprietor, limit your liability by changing to a corporation or limited liability company. In this type of structure, the owner of business is not held personally liable for the company's debts or other liabilities. That is, if the companies, that is while choosing with the option contracts or future contracts, if you are going to choose based on this limited liability companies, then it would be very better. Okay. Next is implement a quality assurance program. That is, a good reputation is imperative if you want a sustainable business. Customer service is the key to success. Right? Be sure to test your products and services in order to assure the highest quality. By testing and analyzing what you are offering, you will have an opportunity to make necessary adjustments. Also, strongly consider taking it a step further by evaluating your testing and analyzing methods. That is, implement a quality assurance program means nothing but investors awareness need to be educated. Okay. Means ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ಸ್ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. Okay. That is why. And the next is limit high risk customers. That is, if you are just getting started, immediately implement a rule that customers with poor credit must pay ahead of time, which will avoid complications down the road. In order to do this, you must have a procedure to identify poor credit risks far in advance. Okay. That is, limit high risk customers means those who are want to take with a high risk. Okay. It should be less, or we need not to go with a high risk here segments or high riskier contracts. We need to select the segments, or we need to select the contract on the basis of the middle or the lower level risk, because we will not lose much. Okay. If we are taking the high risk contracts, then there will be high profit, I'll agree, but still we need to curb that risk. That is why it is better to go with the limited high risk oriented contracts. Okay. Next is control growth. This has everything to do with employee training. If you are selling products or services and you set lofty goals for employees, they might be tempted to take unnecessary risks, which can lead to a bad reputation for your company. Instead, train your employees to focus on quality, not quantity. We need to focus on the quality, we need not to focus on the quantity, because if I am go with the 1000 contracts, it's not use. Okay. What the 1000 contracts will yield me, I can go with the buying, I can go with the selecting of only 500 also, if the investor is properly educated. Okay, that is why it's not better to go with the quantity, it's better to go with the quality. By doing so, you will avoid the risk of declining sales due to high pressure sales tactics that customers don't appreciate. On a related note, while innovation is a key to success, you don't want to innovate too fast. If your company is constantly relying on the next innovation for growth, then hiccup is inevitable because not all new products and services will be successful. That is, control growth means nothing but if the securities or contracts been raising from day to day, day to day, day to day. Okay, if I am going to invest in the highly popularized or highly marketable contracts, then also it's a problem, because if uncertain conditions will happen, suddenly the market will become fall. Okay, if market will become fall, then it's a problem for the investor to overcome from it. Okay, so that is why we need to be in the way of middle, like we need not to keep the leg in both, we need to keep the leg in one basket or one ship, then we can reach the destination, right? And next is appoint a risk management team. That is, here how we can take means, we need to go with the suggestions of brokers or dealers. Okay, because they know the trends, how the contracts of the companies can vary in the future. Okay, that is why we need to go with the suggestions of the brokers or dealers who are there in the stockbroking agencies. Okay, because we are all the retail investors, right? So if we take the suggestions, or if we are going to take any corrections from the brokers or dealers, then there will be no problem for to make the profit of us, for us. Okay, that is why it's better to go with the appointing of the risk management team. Okay, so these are the general ways of managing the risk. That is, external risks are not in our control, but internal risks are in our control, and we can control that also. Okay, and the first is, you need to prioritize the contracts based on the four kinds that is very likely to occur, some chance of occurrence, small chances of occurrence, very little chances of occurrence. Okay, and next we need to buy with the insurance and limited liability type of a companies we need to select for the contracts trading purposes. And next is implement a quality assurance program, limit high risk customers. That is, we need not to go with a high risk. Okay, on certain companies we need to be there in the middle or the lower level companies. And next is control growth and appoint a risk management team. These are the different ways of managing the risks. Okay, in the next video we will start up with the types of business risk. Okay, guys, if you have any doubts, please put in a comment box so that I'll answer your queries very quickly. Okay, thank you so much, guys.